Hi, so this is how you make a quiz in Canvas. I am in my sandbox, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go directly into quizzes and create it. But my one suggestion is that I always create it in modules just so I have it organized. What that means is I have a module created, I click the plus sign, I go to quiz, I click create quiz, and I create it right there. So, example quiz. And then I add item and it's right there and I can edit. But for the sake of this, we are going to start right here and I'm going to show you how to make an old quiz and a new quiz. So when you are in the quizzes section, what you would do is click the add quiz button and you are going to choose between classic and new. And the district will be sunsetting or getting rid of classic quizzes. So I'd highly recommend just doing everything with new. But just for the sake of this, we're going to do classic quizzes first. So we're going to make a classic quiz. So first you got to name it stars quiz. And this is where you can input any instructions, an image, a Bitmoji saying good luck, anything like that. I recommend. So instructions and images. And this is where you do all of the settings. So it's a graded quiz, practice quiz, survey, or ungraded. So graded quiz is usually where you want to have it. And then you can put it in assignment groups. So let's say you have a group for just all of your stars stuff. You put it in that group. In our district, it doesn't link to our grading system, so it doesn't really matter. And then for our little elementary students for Rocky Peak Virtual Elementary, you give them a time limit. You don't really need to give them a time limit, but that is a possibility. You can allow multiple attempts and keep the highest score, or just do the latest one or take an average. But if we're doing best practices, we should allow them to have multiple attempts and maybe give them 2 after RTI. So then also let students see their responses. You can choose to let them not see the correct answers, but if you have this selected, they will see which ones they got wrong. And if you want them to see the correct answers, but for the redos, that doesn't really work. So totally up to you. Show one question at a time, and you can lock it after the answer. Require an access code, or not really necessary. And then you can assign it to who you want to assign it with, due date, etc., etc. So then you click save. I just like to do that just in case. So up here it's like tabs, so details and then questions. So I just like to save that after I've figured out what I want first. So you can have different question groups. So stars, vocabulary, or stars essay questions or whatever. You click new question. Question 1, 2, 3, 4. Here are the options. We've got multiple choice, true, false, fill in the blank, multiple blanks, multiple answers, drop downs, matching, formulas. These are math, essay, file upload, or just a text that doesn't have a question. For example, if you want them to have like a reading or something like that. So let's say for multiple choice, you can have the question. I like to upload images as questions, just more aesthetically pleasing. And when this is green, that is the correct answer. And if it's not selected, obviously, those are wrong answers. And if you want something to prompt them that comes up after they answer it, you can do that. So you can say like, oh, they selected the correct answer. You can be like, great job, you're a superstar. Or possible answer be like, oh, that was so close, check this part, or whatever. So that's definitely a next level. And then if you want more than 3, you can add another answer. Obviously as many answers as you want. So that's multiple choice. And so then true, false, obviously true, false, same situation. Fill in the blank. It will, have the blank there, multiple blanks. As you go through, it'll give you the directions up at the top. So this one's a little bit harder. You have to do this code right here in order to have it fill in those multiple blanks. So whatever the variable is, you type it in right here, and then it will have that blank there. Essay question, and then obviously drop down menus. It's the same thing, but as the fill in the blanks, you've got matching right here, where you have to match left side, right side, and formulas and numerical answers. Essay question is one where you can just type in, and you can grade it from SpeedGrader. You can also have them upload images for their answers, because they get this exact same box. They get this same editor to submit their answers, so you can have them do different things there. Text, it would just be a message to them, and then a file upload. So you could have them upload like a Canva poster, different things like that. And then make sure, this is the biggest thing. You've made your whole thing, you're done, you're ready. You have to click update question for it to be there. I've done this a couple times. If you do not click that update question, it will go away. So then you click the next question, you have to click update for it to show up. So let's say you're done, you're ready, it's beautiful. Save. And you want to publish it when you are ready for the kids to see it. New quizzes is very similar. Actually, it's not too similar. It's got a different layout. So you would name it Stars Quiz. Points, display the grade as, different things like that. And then you click build. So then it takes you kind of to its own special thing. So there's different options like item banks and outcomes, but that's kind of next level. So you would click add, and it has very similar things. Hotspot is a really cool one where you can upload a picture and they have to identify a part in the image. They are ordering things, putting things together. Essay is the same. File upload, formula. Categorization is they kind of organize things into different areas. Multiple answer, true, false, etc. So just to show you, I'll do a multiple choice. Okay, very similar. You do the question title, which isn't the question. So the question title would be like question 1. And then you add the question, what is a star or whatever. And then you type in what it is. And then whatever is selected is what the correct answer is. You have lots of options there. You can add it to your item bank if you want to use it again for a review. Outcomes is a separate thing. And then you can shuffle the choices every time. And you can also add different points. So if like this question will give them a half point, you can do those as well. And then for a correct answer, you would type, yay, good job. For an incorrect, you'd be like, oh my goodness, or, and then for general feedback. So those are those comments that come up when the kids answer. So that is the new quizzes. And let's say you're done. Oh, it can't be blank. So give me a second, I'll fill it out. Okay, so my fake quiz is done. And it's ready to go. I've got all the points all lined up, and what you want to do is you want to preview it. Now, this is the link. In order to share it with your students within your assignment, this is the link you want to share with them. If you share this with them, it will give them it will like say they don't have access. You're basically sharing the edit portion with them. So my tip is to have them to click that to share that with them within an assignment. And then of course you would just have it in your module. If you are doing module view, let's say you've made it and you could just add it in. See, the classic right there is what distinguishes it. And then you would add Stars Quiz right there. And So the new quizzes is like that dark rocket and the old is the light. So that is the very basics of quizzes in Canvas.